Hey guys, welcome back. As always, my name is Leyzar, and today, my friends, we have something a little bit different on the menu. Critical chance in Warframe. How high can you go, and is it actually worth it? Now, for today's episode, we're gonna have to do a whole lot of explaining, so please bear with me. In Warframe, you have a theoretical infinite number of critical chance tiers, and some of you might be familiar with the basics. Yellow, that is tier 1. Orange damage, that is tier 2, and tier 3, red damage and above. Essentially, over tier 3 you have an infinite number of critical chance tiers that you can achieve, but they're all colored red. What about purple damage? Isn't purple damage some kind of a fancy critical chance tier? Negative. That's simply damage against overshields, and that's all it was ever meant to be. Now, if you're still unclear on how critical chance works, how critical multipliers apply, and how all this stuff works together, I got a full and detailed guide for you. Link in the cards right now. Getting back to today's vid, we're going to be using the Magnus or the Magnus Prime because this specific weapon has access to one of the most amazing critical chance mods in Warframe called Deadly Maneuvers. Now, Deadly Maneuvers was obtained and still is obtained, to my knowledge, from doing Nightwave. And it says the following. On dodge, gain 400% headshot critical chance for your next 2 shots. And that's pretty limiting. First of all, what the hell is dodge in Warframe? A roll. Basically, any roll you want is a dodge in Warframe. From side to side, back, forward, it doesn't really matter. Take a look at the upper right-hand portion of the screen where you can see the buffs. You got 400%, 2 stacks of it. Shoot once. 1 stack is gone, shoot twice, it's gone, then you gotta roll again. So basically the gameplay style is do a roll, do headshots, and necessarily roll again, do 2 headshots, and so on and so forth. Now, again, that is very limiting, but the beauty about Deadly Maneuvers is that 400% applies to the modded weapon critical chance, not just to the base. You know what does apply to the base critical chance? Yarely's passive. This is the Warframe we're going to be using today again, just to get to the highest tier of crits we can. And we will get to level 15, 16 level tier crits, and you will see if it's worth it or not. Now let's quickly have a look at Yarely's passive, just so everybody's familiar with it. This one will get you 200% critical chance for secondary weapons when she has been moving for at least 1.5 seconds, which is why I'm using right now a hobble dragon key so I can move a little bit slower. You gotta move for 1.5 seconds and then the buff shows up. You see that? 200% in the upper right hand side. If I stop, it's gone. If you move while aiming and shoot, you still have it up, which is absolutely fantastic. Zephyr only offers 150%, and both Zephyr's passive and Yarely's passive work basically in the same way. It's essentially a mod, applying to the base critical chance of your weapon. So do bear that one in mind. Now, one more way you could have gotten this even higher is to get invigorations. Invigorations theoretically could give you a Yarely invigoration with 200% critical chance for secondary weapons. Then you got a total of 400%, 200% from her passive, and the 200% for invigoration. So you can go even higher than level 15, 16 tier crits in Warframe. Back to the weapon itself. Now, in order for me to explain exactly how all of these apply, and see how much you can actually get, how high you can go for a tier critical chance, we're gonna have to pull out the handy dandy calculashu, and please follow along with me. Now, the base for the Magnus Prime is gonna be 28%, and we're gonna be using the following mods. Creeping Bullseye gives you 200%, and we also have a mod, it's a double positive, you can get even higher critical chance than this one, 79%. So basically, the 79% and the 200% will be applying to the 28% base, which is why you got here 106.1. Of course, we are gonna be using also Galvanized Crosshairs as well. Now, Galvanized Crosshairs, again, applies like every normal mod, but this one doesn't show up in the mod section simply because you need to get a headshot, yes, and headshot kills. This one, fully maxed out, with all the stacks and everything, will be getting you a total of 320% critical chance, and it applies again just like any other mod, just like Creeping Bullseye or the Riven. So do bear that one in mind. Knowing what we know, let's pull out that calculashu, yes, and let's do a short calculation. We got 28%, right? Now, to this 28%, we need to add 799.1 critical chance, 791.1% critical chance. Where from? Well, 200% from Creeping Bullseye, 320% from Galvanized Crosshair, 79.1% from Magnus Visicron, and 200% from Yarely's passive. Make sure you don't forget that one. So plus 799.1%, like so. And you're left with 251.7. Now, over this, at this point, since we got the modded critical chance value. Now you apply deadly maneuvers, which is 400% plus 400%. Boom. 1258.7 critical chance. So at this point, we're already at guaranteed tier 12 crits plus a 58.7% chance per bullet making contact with a target to go to tier 13. But that's not all, because in Warframe, you also have critical chance effects outside of modding. For example, your Warframe can be Harrow. We're going to have a Harrow in our group to help us test along, and Harrow will be getting you another 200% bonus additive after on headshot, not body shot. So 200% from Harrow. Then we got another 60% from Arcane Avenger. That's 260 plus another 60% from a Durza Kavat. So to this, we're going to be adding another 320. Again, bonus additives after, simply stacking on top of what you already have. Does not apply to the calculation with 400%. So do bear that one in mind. 1578.74. That is huge. Guaranteed. Tier 15 crits plus a 78.7% chance, again, per bullet making contact with a target to go to the next level, next tier of crits. Keep in mind that some of these mods are highly dependent on headshots. Deadly maneuvers dependent on headshot. Galvanized crosshair depending on headshot and headshot kill. So you gotta go for headshots. Another thing that needs to be pointed out, why not use this setup with the normal Magnus? I mean, if the goal is to reach the highest level of critical chance tier, surely the normal Magnus can provide a whole lot more, simply because it has Riven Dispo a 5 out of 5, since nobody really plays with that weapon. That means that this Riven right here will be offering the normal Magnus a whopping 241%. But if you apply all the multipliers correctly, the way that they do apply in the game, you will see, because of the base critical chance that the Magnus Prime has, 28% instead of the normal 22%, by the end, when you add everything together, the Magnus Prime will be coming on top and will achieve higher level of critical chance tiers. Now, that's the explanation part done. My friends, getting all of this to work together is a bit of a pain in the arse. You need to get the Cat's Eye buff from the Durza at the right time, together with the Harrow Covenant, to get them to overlap correctly. Then you also got to make sure that all your buffs are up. I'm talking about Avenger, I'm talking about Galvanized Crosshair. Everything needs to be up at the exact same time. So we got just 2 instances where everything was up at the same time. Have a look. See Cat's Eye.
It's up.
Perfect, Cat's Eye is up, man. Galvanized should be up, and Deadly Maneuvers up.
And it's gone.
Okay, keep an eye on the buffs. Just keep going.
10 seconds. And everything up for 10 seconds.
Awesome. We got 8 seconds with everything up. That's it. That's the damage. That was everything up.
Yeah, and it's gone.
Yeah. That was good. That was a good test. And that is pretty much it. As you guys saw there, it's not really worth going out of your way to get the highest level of critical chance tier in Warframe. The diminishing returns are just insane. But tell you what, it was a whole lot of fun getting here, and in case we missed something that you caught, let me know in the comment section down below. As always, my name has been Leyzar. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like, favorite, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the content. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye.